How about our guys? Yeah, we are firing. Should potentially turn a little bit. Hit send class is hit by a torpedo. Good stuff. I mean, that's the one that had already suffered some heavy damage. How many torpedo hits can it take, I wonder? Connecticut is also hit. Poor Connecticut. You're also suffering from some flotation damage. Another hit on this heavy battle cruiser. Still, we're not doing any visible damage, so that's unfortunate. And the Itsen, I would hope that it's sinking, but it doesn't seem to be. It has actually accelerated speed at some point. No effects that I can see. How about our strike aircraft? Just 4 guys. Some of them are ready. Sorry, all of them are unready. You actually have some fight. Probably relaunch the fighters. Can that be? No hits this turn. Carlsbad suffering some damage. Okay, the Lawrence now. Now I should be able to tell you to target the battle cruiser, should I not? Yes. Or the hit send class. And just the hit send class is a very high priority to me. Torpedo range? Yes, torpedo range is... You are in torpedo range, so okay. Let's go for the hit send class. That is what I want you to target. So do try to run down there. Cleveland, you are coming in. Seem to be doing fine. Shall we run you towards down here into these transports? I think that's a good idea. Right, and then over here everyone is doing fine, so that's okay. Have we launched someone else? No, we have not. It's only these guys down here, and I think they are returning. Yeah, they are definitively returning. Connecticut opening fire on some battle cruiser. Still medium damage, but I don't see the rear turrets being trained on us. So they're probably out of ammo, which might be what's going on over here. You are completely out of action at the very least. 5 knots, so you're slowing down. Interesting. Light damage only. Medium damage on the battle cruiser. I mean, we are much closer towards the battle. Okay, you know what? If you are going to strike the battle cruiser, then I would be fine. California had rudder damage. Ooh. This is very bad. That means the California will do very funny things now. Ooh, this is no good. Torpedo bombers. It's just a single bomber. How much can you actually do? You know what? I don't care. Let's launch. Okay, let's not launch because it's getting night. Is that true? Yeah, night is certainly approaching. Oh, 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 look at this. We have a torpedo run over here on us. So, user need to target this guy. Yeah, that's fine. Pass through hit on the Carlsbad. Yeah, the Carlsbad is being hammered so badly. Okay, you are coming down here though, so that's okay. That cruiser, yes, okay. Are we doing some damage against you? We are not. Well, now we are. Cleveland. Okay, you're doing fine now. Let's try to run... Have you fired torpedoes against a destroyer? I don't believe that. Lawrence. Okay, Lawrence is starting to be hit over here. Let's try to launch torpedoes at the Shikisumari class. I think that's our best bet. Right, so we are sending our ships on suicide missions, which I'm not entirely sure is that American, so to say. But at the very least, we know why we're doing that. Okay, you need to come north, because I don't actually want you to be closer to this destroyer. You need to sort of interject here. Doing heavy damage on this guy. Can we actually see whether we have taken out any guns? No, we can't. Nothing of the sort. Battle cruisers. Fire away your torpedoes if you can. Carlsbad and Lawrence being pretty heavily hammered. I mean, as long as they are targeting Carlsbad, to me that's fine. Okay, what's going on here on the right? We've driven them away, so that's okay. Let's actually bring our ships back towards port, if we can. I think we have taken out the fire. So yeah, I would really like Connecticut to come back home. Carlsbad, California actually striking at one of the transports down here, interestingly enough. These torpedoes here are fine. You know what, let's ask them to screen for these battleships. That's okay. And you know what, we are going to ask these torpedoes here. Oh, you're AI controlled by default. Well, that's okay then. Right. So Lawrence has actually launched its torpedoes, so you can certainly turn around. Well, you've launched 2 torpedoes, but I don't think you will be in a position to do much more. California rudder repaired, that's good, because now we will be trying to run away. This is getting way too close for comfort. Maybe we're going to score a hit down here? No, of course not. But transports are being hit, so the Japanese invasion here is starting to suffer a little bit, I would hope. Medium damage. Yeah, the Carlsbad is still being wrecked down there. Heavy damage here. Come on, just launch torpedoes. I know you have 4 more. 4 more? I think you had 2 more, so that means you might have just launched 2. Yeah, there we go. Come on, they're only running 5 knots. That's a very easy target. And some destroyer down here is being wrecked. Heavy damage here, that's nice. Okay, California, Connecticut, you are starting to run home. Damage 80%, 59%. I know this episode is running a little bit longer. We might need to cut it. Some destroyer squadron is running out of control. Okay, that's probably the Lawrence itself. Lots of hits on their destroyers and ours. Still, we are fine. Have we got all of our aircrafts? Ready, 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 flying. We're flying carrier air patrol still. Even though night is approaching, and I think it's approaching fast. Yeah, so you know what? We are going to actually take our carrier force here. Ask it to not be AI controlled. Go to line ahead. We're going to retreat you towards Manila, because during the night you'll be pretty useless anyway. And that should be okay. Good. Let's go back to light patrol pattern over here. And also I'm going to ask you to do a little bit different search pattern. So this can come down a little bit like this. This also, so this would be our principal search pattern. Carlsbad still being pummeled. God damn it! Oop, but we did sink a transport over here. Ooh, but we are seeing these battle cruisers are starting to run our way. And at 20 knots they will be soon able to catch us. So what we actually might want to do then is ask you to target these guys. You do have a couple of torpedoes, so make your best run there. Carlsbad, but not the Cleveland yet. This is unfortunate. Carlsbad's transports being hit. I mean, I don't mind you shooting at transports, I just want you to launch your torpedoes at the Tabakuka class. Yes, manual... I don't really know what manual targeting means, if I'm completely honest. Target starboard. No, this is what I want. Hit chance. Destroyer. Main turrets. Come on, launch torpedoes. Cleveland hit. Cleveland. 6-inch gun hit on the battle cruiser won't do that much for us. Apparently we're not hitting them. Cleveland near miss. Okay, you guys, don't be AI control, be line ahead. That's okay. I'm gonna ask you to make smoke and come down this way, so that we are cutting off from this battle cruiser, which is starting to accelerate, I notice. Carlsbad hit. Transport hit. By the Connecticut, no less. So this is burning. This guy's faster than us, is that true? 25 knots? Yeah, we are running 15 knots. This guy is starting to turn around, isn't he? And he's running at 50 knots. He's actually recovering some of his damage. How are our battleships looking then? Still one turret out of action on the California? I mean, we could try to run this way and take them out. I mean, we do have some more guns than they do. Oh! I didn't know we were launching torpedoes. Where's that actually? Over here? No, over here. I don't see anyone. Still, that's nice. Also, it's nice that the Lawrence has decided to launch a couple of torpedoes apparently against the Hatsui. Very lovely. Carlsbad has sunk. Well, that was to be expected. Connecticut hit. By what? By the battle cruiser. Well, these destroyers are going to come here and make some smoke. So that will certainly help out. But you know what? We can't do it this way. We have to turn around this way. You are going to stop to make smoke. You're going to come sort of that way. And you guys are coming down here. So you can actually reopen fire on the battle cruiser. Yeah, now you're doing this. That's alright. And we're bombing in an enemy destroyer? Well, it could have been so nice. What's the speed? 16 knots. Okay, you're very slow to accelerate over here. You are firing, you're not firing, but you might be soon. I don't know where that attack is going on. I don't... Oh, down here? Really? Yeah, you're truly attacking a destroyer. Oh my. That's certainly an interesting choice. Okay, are you guys both firing now? Can't see it for the Connecticut. Yeah, the Connecticut is firing as well. The Connecticut is also being fired upon. Still, we are scoring 2 hits here. Yes! Yes! 2 hits and we did take out their frontal turrets. Their rear turret is still firing, and it's still firing on us, I think. Oh, it's firing on these destroyers. Interesting choice. Yeah, more hits. Transport hits. Kitsuyoki class. Lawrence is being hit. Where's Lawrence? Oh, it's this one over here. Well, too bad. And the Cleveland is starting to come across here. That's nice. Destroyer hit. Destroyer hit. Come on, guys. Do score meaningful hits against these battle cruisers. Please. They only have 11-inch belt armor. Well, more hits against them. It's nice. They're coming in so close. This is basically point blank range. I mean, this is just, what, 2 miles distance? 5 kilometers? These guns must hit immediately. We are scoring more hits against them than they are against us. Don't see their secondary guns in action at all. Probably need to turn a little bit over here. Our destroyers are being mauled, but that's no issue. Our light cruiser can potentially come around a little bit over here. 20 knots on these guys. Cleveland has a little bit low ammo. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to accept that. More hits on the battle cruiser. Heavy damage now. Destroyer, Lawrence is sinking. That's too bad. Lawrence is sinking. Lawrence, more hits on the battle cruiser. 2 16-inch hits this time. Heavy damage, 50 knots. Nice. Let's try to cut across. Because I still want to torpedo them. Yeah, but the Connecticut is suffering so much damage, 82%. Still, it's causing damage on the... Yeah, and all of the main guns are now out of action. Carrier division is switching control. More 16-inch guns hit. More hits, still more hits. Connecticut is starting to see some low ammo. But that's alright. More hits on the battle cruiser. On fire now. Certainly good. 2 of their secondary guns are firing. What are they actually carrying? 5-inch guns. A lot of hits happening here on the battlecruiser. I think that battlecruiser might have overextended himself a little bit. Yeah, now the close 6-inch guns from the Cleveland are starting to come in heavily on this guy. California is starting to see some low ammo. Are you still firing, guys? Yeah, although the angle seems to be a little bit weird, but it still works, so that's fine. And you know, ooh, yeah, that's why I'm firing any torpedoes, because I forbid you to. I'm sorry, that's my mistake. Actually, let's check on the side. So, port is okay. Starboard, you have a couple of torpedoes left, so that's fine. That's a good range then. More hits here. Even more hits. Come on, fire torpedoes. Yeah, there we go. And a lot of 6-inch gun, 6 hits. Hit by a torpedo there. Lovely. You have 3 torpedoes left, and they're probably all on your starboard side. So on your port side. So let's actually turn around and see whether we can't score anything there. And here we are. Nighttime. Nighttime is approaching, so it's not twilight, basically. So let's come back towards this way, and our carriers are doing funny things. You shouldn't be doing this. Okay, can I actually ask you to be a core part of the battle line? So you're going to come down at least and not going to run off in some weird direction. Also, we should be mindful of these guys up here. Still. And you are AI controlled now because you don't have communications with us. And this guy's sinking! Yes! Good stuff. Okay, we are going to ask you to be screen of this. Yes, so you're going to come here. That's alright. The Lawrence, I think, is sinking, so we can't really do anything about you. Couple of sunk transports, a sunk destroyer over here. Potentially going to think that you guys should be AI controlled and be a screening force for the battleships. So that's going to be alright. You are going to be on squadron max speed. You are suffering some flooding, so there is some water coming in. Let's actually go down to 8 knots of speed then. And battlecruiser is continuing to be hit by our Cleveland. But it's meaningless now because I think... Are they sinking then, or are they not sinking? They were sinking a couple of seconds ago, now they're back to heavy damage. Still, we're probably very soon going to lose sight of them. Aircraft carriers are coming down towards our battleships, which are going to be out of action for such a long time. But we do have more battleships, of course, overall. Lawrence is laying smoke. I'm not too sure about this. You would have, in principle, 3 torpedoes left. And you could launch them against these guys, can you? But you're probably not going to be out of AI control. Yeah, I can't. Okay, that's fine. More hits on the battlecruiser. Just launch torpedoes. It's pretty meaningless to do 6-inch gun hits. Ship down here. Okay, and now it's fully night. Not sure whether they have a broken system or something. But yeah, that's going to be alright. Can I... Still AI control. AI control is so irritating sometimes. How about the Connecticut? Yeah, you're still suffering flooding. Really? There's carrier air patrol on the Langley at night? I'm surprised. Okay, let's take a 5-minute turn. Let's see, still 7 flooding. It's pretty bad. Let's actually go to very low speed over here. Hoping that that helps contain the flooding. Still 7. Okay. Now let's try it the other way around. You are going to try and reach Manila. Lawrence has sunk. It's not a big surprise. Okay, you're now... Wait a minute, stop. What are you doing here? You are a screen for that. That's okay. What are you doing? You are a core part of this. So why don't you act like it? Core, line ahead. Where are you going? Completely passing by our ships. Now you're turning around. Okay. Let's get back to normal speed over here. And see whether we can get out. Probably going to end up in a chaotic night engagement. And of course we're going to put take this and turn it into 2 episodes. Which of course you will know by now, but I didn't when I started. But yeah, it's nearly been an hour for me, so... Probably also going to post both of these episodes on Sunday, so you have both of these on at the same time. Okay, let's try to run you directly over here. I think actually you might have repaired your turret, so that's nice to see. Connecticut still suffering some flooding. Overall, 86% damage. What a hard-fought battle. Okay, let's go to faster. How far is morning away? Pretty far. It's only sort of middle of the night. Early night even. No improvement in our speed. But yeah, we are entering the Bay of Manila. So that I think is very lovely. So soon we'll be able to dock over here. And that's going to be alright. Well, we fought bravely, I think. The only question is, will the Japanese actually lose any ship due to the... Yes. 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 There we go. That should be all of our ships. Let's go to very fast. Let's actually check this thing. So yeah, I think on the left it can actually be a bit more like this. Yeah, that's fine. Good. Okay, so we don't have any ships left, but we certainly do have the morning coming in here. And the morning means some aircraft. So let's actually check whether our aircraft in themselves are going to spot anything or get any sort of result done. I think we can go to very fast here. So there we go, this is daylight. I don't think we are seeing any... we are seeing some reports. I think this is the latest. Well, we don't have any control about any strike aircraft. So that's going to be the AI doing this from Manila Air Base. Is the time actually running? No. Right, let's see if anything else is happening. Enemy aircraft are approaching Merchant Division 14. That's not good. But yeah, there's not much that we can do about that. So, Merchant is hit by a torpedo. That will cost us some points. Merchant 3 is not going to survive this. But the question is, do we find them, and are we going to launch some strikes from Manila Air Base? That is, will the AI do that? Apparently not. Apparently it's the other way around. Bomb hits also. Time? Yeah, still passing. So I really wonder, actually, when will this end? So we are running at ultra fast. Enemy aircraft are... I would really like our aircraft to approach their positions. Potentially should not have landed our or docked our carriers. I don't think there's any way we can get this out of this. Our submarine has torpedoed an enemy battleship that was retiring from the engagement, so that's nice to see. So we've lost a light cruiser and a destroyer, 2 auxiliaries. The enemy has lost a battleship and a battle cruiser, and a destroyer and 2 auxiliaries. This is a major victory for the US. 280,000 points for us, 80,000 points for them. Our aircraft losses do go down a little bit. They did not reach the objective. They did survive with 4 merchants. And they actually picked up a couple of survivors. So let's actually look at the ship details over here. Because I want to see what's the status of these guys. So we've got the Hitsen and the battle cruiser. Both of these have been sunk. Yeah, okay. Look at that. 1 torpedo hit, 3 light hits, 53 medium hits, 25 heavy hits. You were dying from flotation damage. You have a very weird hitbox over here. But I also think you had like 30 aircraft, which I really find weird. Forward 1 destroyed, aft 1 did not run out of ammo. Forward superimposed 1 destroyed. And you were suffering, so rudder repaired, sinking through progressive flooding. So yeah, basically after the Cleveland came in and shot a couple of times at you, about 20 minutes after that you were actually sinking. Nice to see. Yeah, and your rudder was jammed before, so actually took a while. Didn't take that long to extinguish your fires. But yeah, it was just a lot of normal hits, I think. Not so many torpedo hits, just normal hits. Although the torpedo hit certainly has done something to help us out as well. And okay, I can't close that window. There are some bugs in this game, I have to say. The Hitsen. What were your problems? Block entries over here. Evading air attack. Yeah, but sinking through progressive flooding as well. Rudder jammed. After you scored the hits on the Carlsberg, it was just a very long time after that. Torpedo. Lodestar, yeah. I think the last torpedo might have done it. Detached due to heavy damage. Yeah, 5 torpedo hits. 5 torpedo hits on this guy. Yeah. Dying through flooding. Can't close this either. Okay, so what? We lost the Carlsberg. These guys lost a couple of merchant ships. That's not a big issue. Yeah, but also heavy damage on all of the other ships. Basically. Medium damage on the California. I think that's the heaviest ship that actually survived over here. Yeah, and then we've got the Connecticut, heavy damage. Look at all of these damage points, 38,000. You scored 30 hits, you took 13 heavy damage. and 1 torpedo. These guys here did suffer some bomb hits, so I want to see about that, because invading air attack, heavy AA shoots down something. 2000 bomb hits an engine room, and the turret X was destroyed. That was Seagull B. Very, very nice. Critical hit, 2 adjacent turrets damaged. These bomb hits were really doing a lot of good things for us. And it was... Look at that! Had we done just a little bit more damage, these guys would have sunk as well. Okay, that being said, let's hope that we can close some of these things. Yes, and let's leave this. Can we leave that? Yes! We get an enormous amount of victory points, and we are certainly going to memorize that battle. Excellent result, although California is actually surviving this pretty well, but just look at all the maintenance we are paying on this. 1,000 points? That's extreme. And the Connecticut is suffering some heavy damage, which is no big surprise. But yeah, and the Arizona and Alabama, which are also actually decent ships, are on the west coast, and they're going to probably support us over there. And I think we have done a very nice victory in our battle against the Empire of Japan. But it's been an hour for me now, and I've been talking non-stop. So thank you very, very much for watching. Do leave a like and all of that if you found this battle interesting. And we see each other next time. Bye-bye, guys.